thinking, because we have this one.
Yep.
But yeah, if two here are very weak fingers. I
Okay.
have control, but not as much. And the grip, I'm doing now indoor climbing to strengthen my grip and my. But here I cannot develop muscle tissue, as you can see. And then in terms of, there was a compound fracture here.
Okay.
Some skin graft they've done. But as you can see, I have an unnatural shape of the toe.
So this one.
Yeah, so this was all, so they had to reshape my foot. This is full of metal and pins.
Okay.
And this is the best they could do. But unfortunately I have very wide toes, which means I rarely can I get in commercial available shoes. So I have bespoke shoes made for work. And I have found Vivo Barefeet, which is a very wide shoe that I just about can get in. But as a result with cycling, of course, this has given me a lot of challenges. Because,
but why cycling?
Yeah.
Give me your idea. When did you think about getting into cycling?
Well, I got into cycling when COVID started, because in England we couldn't do anything. We had to stay inside, except cycling was allowed on your own, not in a group. And I managed to pick up one of the last bikes available in my local store, because everybody was going for bikes. And they did manage to adapt it a little bit, but it's not really comfortable. But hey, you know, I'm persevering, and I've started to enjoy biking more and more. I came to Malaysia about 2.5 years ago, and I happened to join a colleague here who introduced me in a cycling club, a small club, yeah, I'm going cycling every week around the area, and I really enjoy it.
So our particular challenge for your situation is fairly unique, but it's a really good challenge. I guess the reason why your colleague recommended this is because of the biomechanics. So just a little bit of a background. Since you started COVID, bike shops normally sell off the shelf. Okay. For your specific situation, that would be a little bit different, because can you do this on your? No, so this is limited.
This is limited.
Okay. Number two, can you stretch like this as far as you can? So this alone will give you damage and discomfort on this side of your body, because this one will always bear the pressure to compensate for this. So the only way we can make you really enjoy cycling for the next decade, or until we get older, is made to measure and customized. Okay. And right now, just on the top of my head, I'm just going to repeat what we discussed a while ago. We cannot put you in a normal bike. First, there's a leg length discrepancy of 4 centimeters. So definitely from the offset, we have to have 2 different crank sizes. One would be 160 or 155 millimeters. The other one would be 170 millimeters. Okay, just to at least compensate for the circular motion. So one would be smaller, the other one would be normal. Now, just like what we cleared on, it's now up to you how to measure the amount of torque produced by each leg to eventually help your weaker leg develop muscles and strength. But that's up to you. So our job over here is how to compensate that. Next, since you have a discrepancy in terms of the right, what we thought about is putting you on a modified aero bar. Because I think, just for demo, can you do this? Okay, and then make a 90-degree elbow on the other one. At least, this one, the distance here of your elbows is at least equal. So we're now going to make this as the basis instead of the length of the arm. Because at least this one, you are almost equal. And in an aero bar position, exactly like what we're doing, then it will take away the stress on your hands, fingers, forearm, and lower back. So I think this is a very good example. Next, because of your natural curve over here, so on the side view over here, we will now use this. Can you go as far as possible to reach before you start feeling discomfort? The maximum, huh? Okay. And then now I'm just going to bring it back a little bit based on what we see. Stop. This is now without the bicycle, just you, your body,
Yeah.
with all the injuries and symmetry issues. This will now be the basis of your overall reach based on this portion until your hips, which is 95. So 95 centimeters would be the maximum. And then based on that, we will now bring the pads of the aero bar to support your weight at 29, 30. Yep, can you please write it down? It's 95 and 30. 95 centimeters for the aero bar tip, and then 30 centimeters for the aero bar pads. Okay, yes. Okay, straight up. So that would be now.
So comfortable, isn't it? It's like sitting in your sofa.